I have
I,
been, yeah, yeah, you
I
can
think
answer.
it's an interesting topic because I think it's a fashionable party. Actually, it's now. Uh, it's important to reflect about these facts, actually.
Yeah, yeah, perfect. Now can you introduce yourself, Nachi, and tell something about you? Something that you did today.
Just work, work and study. My life is this every day. So I'm Nachi, actually Nathaniele. I have a 33 years old. I live in Fortaleza. I have four dogs, but just one is with me. The other is with my mother. I don't have kids. I don't like this kind of parties. I think because I don't have kids. I think this is the reason. And I work as a secretary and I'm a student again.
Yeah, yeah. So now you, Maria, what about you? Do you find it interesting? And tell us something about you as well.
So, hello, my name is Maria. I am 12 years old and I've been taking tea since a long time, like 2 years or more. And I'm also a Spanish house here, so every Monday at 6 p.m. So, if anyone are interested, so just call. And I like this. I like to talk about different topics. And this one is creative, like always you do, Victor, because I've never thought about talk about that in that way. It's so critical, but I think that.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Maria. And I hope you have fun today here with us. Jefferson?
Good evening, guys. I'm Jefferson. I live in Goiânia, Goiás. I'm economist, professor of Catholic University of Goiás. I can give my age away. I just count until I think 40 or 50. I don't remember now. I love to play soccer. I love to play canastra. I have three dogs, like Nat, Karina, and three dogs, two birds, and a lot of plants. I love to read, to walk, and make friends. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Jefferson. So, guys, let's finally. Are you all able to see the questions on the chat? Is it available for you? Okay, I think so. So, before we start, I just want to say let's respect the time and each other's opinion. So, we don't have to agree to each other. I mean, it's okay if you think a thing and then Maria thinks differently and then Nachi have a different perspective and it's okay. So, starting by question number one. Is this kind of party more performative than celebratory? What are they celebrating? What do you think, Nachi?
Um, for me, I think it's more performative. I think, of course, they are happy because a baby is coming, but which is different will be if the baby is boy or a girl. So I think they just want to make a party and celebrate with their family and spend money.
Yeah, yeah. So, Jefferson, what's your opinion?
Yeah, I agree with Natty. Really, I think it's celebratory. They are celebrating, they commemorated, and anticipation and very excited surround the forthcoming birth of a child. I remember my first baby, my first daughter. We celebrated a lot with our family, and then the second daughter. I have two daughters. I think it's the same. It's a very important moment that you must to celebrate because somebody is coming or forthcoming birthday of a child, and this is something amazing
Yeah, yeah.
that
What about you, Karina? Do you have something to say, something to add, Jefferson?
no, just it.
Okay, thank you. What about you, Karina?
Yes, I agree with you, Jefferson. I think it's a important moment because it's a new new life and it's a baby. And it's a new member of the family, né? I think it's that's it.
Yeah, yeah, thank you. Maria, now you.
What do you mean by performative? Oh, performative. So
It's
like,
like they're doing a performance, like I don't know, throwing a party or just showing it instead of celebrate it. You know, they just want to show. They just want to make sure that there's a whole big deal behind the birth of the baby.
okay, I get it. For me, it's more a celebration. In the past, I've never seen some like gender reveal, but now it's nowadays more common. I think it's like a celebration because a new baby is come and you're always have curiosity about if you'll be a girl or a boy, or doesn't matter. So for me, it's more a celebration. But I don't know. These parties are more common now. I don't know why. I've never seen before a party like that, like 10 years ago or less.
Yeah, yeah. For me, it's really complicated because I understand the importance of, you know, culture. And this is cultural nowadays, and people want to do it because they feel that it's important. It's a step on the, you know, whole getting pregnant thing. But at the same time, I feel sometimes they lose the whole, you know, goal, the whole meaning of the party when like, oh, if you think it's a boy, then dress blue and go to my party. If you think it's a girl, then make your, you know, people start to fight like, I know it's a boy because of it. And then I've seen some videos which some of the parents were crying because they didn't want a girl or a boy, and they were really disappointed because they believed it so much, and some of them made like the video was showing explosion and things, and I just understand. I just it's for me it's really complicated to say that it's a celebration sometimes because I don't know what are they celebrating. It's a boy. They should celebrate because it's a baby. Like we should do like chá de fraldas and something more interesting instead of review a gender like, oh, it's a boy. And then some of them are happy and some of them are disappointed because they wanted a girl, and I don't know. So let's go to question number two. Instead, would you organize an astrological sign review for your baby? And by this question, I want you to answer as well if you believe in it and if you find it relevant, like, I don't know, if this would change anything for the baby or for your life, if this is something that means to you. Starting by you, can you start, Maria?
Yes, I would do this because I don't believe in fighting and six. I just see my thing that I don't know it's English aquarium, and I think like I fit to this thing, but it's just for fun, just to see. I don't believe in that, but I don't see like that it is a problem. Like if you want to do this type of celebration, you do. I don't know. I've never thought that it could exist something like that.
Yeah, yeah. So what about you, Karina? Would you do it? Do you find it interesting?
I think that's no, because I like to plan parties with the dedicated decorations and the parties more reserved and as my family only or some friends. Uh, and I prefer in places more natural where can everyone to feel relaxed. I think it's
Yeah, but the question is actually asking a specific thing about astrological sign review. Like you review the sign of the baby, if it's a Gemini or if a Aquarium, I don't know the names in English, but would you do it for your baby? Like the day they were supposed to born and then the astrological sign, would you review to people? What would it be?
oh no. I prefer discover the baby sex when the baby born. I
Okay,
think
perfect. Yeah. So what about you, Jefferson? Would you do it?
Never, never. As a scientist, never. I don't believe in astrological sign. I can't imagine this. But I respect because I think organizing astrological sign reviews for a baby is a matter of personal choice. A lot of people believe it's okay, but I don't believe it. For me, it's not part of my beliefs, my values, my values. I don't believe. I can't think about this. And I remember a long time ago, I have a girlfriend and she used to say a lot of things about me. I'm Gemini. I never believe in everything she said. That's why I didn't marriage with her. Because I'm a scientist. I'm a scientist. I think there is no relation between astrological. You can imagine the same astrological sign from thousands and thousands of people. It's impossible. It's impossible. All of them with the same values, with the same beliefs. It's impossible. You can divide the society. And I don't know how many signs. I think it's 12, no? Yeah, maybe 12 because, yeah. I can imagine society divided in astrological sign. For me, I don't
Yeah,
believe, really. I can't believe I can imagine society this way.
yeah, me too. It's kind of hard for me to, I don't know, organize a party for it. But at the same time, if people would change, like a birth review, I think astrological would be more, I don't know, cool because they're not really, I don't know. I think gender reveal party, it's kind of an invasion because you're deciding something to the baby and the baby, it's not really alive to, I mean, it's alive, but it's not talking, it's not saying, oh, I'm a boy, I'm a girl, actually. And yeah, I don't know. What's your thoughts, Nachi? To have a different perspective for this, would you do it?
I believe in science. I'm a Sagittarius, but I want to be a mother. So if I get pregnant that I don't want, I think I will hide the pregnancy. No one will know that I was pregnant until the baby born. So no parties, no baby showers, no gender reveal, no sign, nothing. Just a surprise, a baby in my house.
Yeah, I would be just like you if I were a woman. I don't want a baby. And I mean, I'm not saying anything else because it may be really, I don't know, aggressive. Let's go to the question number 3. Within the past 10 years, gender review parties are the cause of wildfires, plane crashes, and deaths. Thus, could a party intend to celebrate new life be now associated with sheer destruction? And by this question, I want you to answer as well if do you guys believe that, I don't know, sometime in the future people would stop doing it? I do think they will do it forever. Starting by Jefferson. Can you start with the question?
Terrible question. Again. I think I'm in the wrong meeting now, but let's go ahead. Let's go ahead.
Why?
Because difficult questions, no problem. I have no problem about this, about the contradictory. As a scientist, I love the contradictory. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Victor. I'm just kidding. Okay. Yes, gender review parties are cause of wildfire. Maybe about plane crashes and death. I don't believe gender reviews parties can indeed be linked to accidents and disaster in recent years. I don't believe in this. And I think the intention of this kind of parties is typical to celebratory. It's okay. Yeah. As I said, I respect to be celebratory. It's okay. But you must think about the consequence underscoring the importance of consider the safety, and I'm very worried about this, and environmental impact of such events. I don't like a lot of wildfires and crashes and death and so on. I don't like this kind of thing. I think must to be prohibited, like prohibits in a lot of cities in Brazil now, as like at the end of the year and so on. I think it's not so good. For example, I have three dogs, and the older one's terrible about this, is shocking all the time when she listens this kind of celebratory. I think it's not so good. For me, it's very. I prefer peace. I prefer the sound of silence.
Your opinion is mine, Jefferson. Really, everything you said, I just agree with all of it. And yeah, silence is good. Even though I think party it's interesting, it's a good thing for, it's a good part of being human. But at the same time, we don't need wildfires and things with a lot of noise because it's your body, not mine. So respect my space, respect my silence, and so now you, Karina, can you answer question number 3?
Um, I don't believe, but I think that for the parties in open places and with different ideas, they must be inspected by the city hall so as not to cause accidents or damage to the environment.
Yeah, and do you think that in the future people would start doing it, doing for gender review parties?
Uh, uh, I think that no, but I think if he continues having many accidents, or I think it's possible.
Yeah, yeah. So Maria, finally.
So I don't believe that gender reveal could cause a disaster. I think that there are things more important that could cause that. But of course, I've seen some video that there's an accident with fires and things like that. But I don't see like a bad thing, like we have to banish this from Earth. It just for me, it's more simple. Of course, you have another way to see this, but if you talk about gender as a natural, your nature, like uh, female and male, that is all. But of course, there is another topic about there, like gender construction. For example, a woman, she has her oh wait, she must to do something to be a woman, and a man like that. But for me, this perspective more rational is more simple. I don't see like big problem with that.
Yeah, yeah. So Nachi, what about you?
I don't believe the couples do this for because they want to make a accident, but I think if the social media, they want to be views and the people talking about. So sometimes they don't think in the consequences. So they decide to do something new, and if the consequence will be bad, so it's just a problem they don't think before. Like the couple that decide to use blue paint on the river. How does people think this will be a good idea? So I don't believe they do for a purpose, but they want to get views. And I think in the future, I think this is a phase. Now is get a lot of views but I think probably will be other things the people start to make like this. Now we have mês-versários, né? That's something that doesn't have, but now it's a phase too.
Yeah, maybe within the future years we start to do, I don't know, week versarios.
Yeah.
And it can be really, I don't know, strange. Time is passing really differently. So I mean, in my opinion, there's a lot of problem when it comes to accidents, but I don't think it's the main consequences, and I don't think that's actually a big thing associated with it. But in the future, I'm not sure. I think people won't stop doing it. Maybe they can change the way they do it, but I don't think they're stopping. But for me, the main problem is actually about the next question. When people make a gender review party, an identity of a new life is already established without the life ever being lived. Do you disagree? I don't disagree. And I think that's the whole problem of gender review parties because, I mean, the doctor just sees the genitals of the baby in the exams. So maybe when the baby comes to life, uh, it might not identify as the genitals. So it can be a man for society, but then the baby and the child, and then the adolescents, and then the adult can identify as something different from what their genitals are. So, but people in the gender review party said it was a man. It was supposed to be a man. And I think that's a problem because what about, transgender people and people who doesn't identify as male or female, whatever. And in my opinion, can be a big problem. And I don't know, even making plans for the baby, like, oh, this will be the man of the house, and he would date every girl on at school, and he would do everything like his father did. And I don't know, people make so I mean, that's really complicated for me, and I don't disagree with you with the statement. But do you, Nachi, what's your opinion?
I think this is complicated. Uh, because I think the couple they don't want to do something that will be other person sad as the transgender. They just want to celebrate if the baby is coming. And in our society has this construction that about men and women, and the baby is not here. So I think it's just a party. I don't agree with the party because I think it's just for spending money. But I don't think about these problematic things because if they grow in the side that don't want to be nothing or born as a man, he wants to be a woman, what the father will do? Nothing. But when they are not alive, I think that's okay. They do these strange parties.
Yeah, that's a nice point of view. And somehow I agree with you. I don't think that's not a big deal. But at the same time, I feel afraid to say that it's okay because I just don't like this whole gender things, and I don't like people talking about, sexuality, pretending to create something about a person who it's not here between us. But yeah, it's complicated. So, Karina, what's your opinion for question number 4?
I think it's a difficult question, but I think yes, because for me the choices the color choices are symbolic to differentiate the sex of the baby at the party, but it is the child who will choose the identity they want over the years. I think it's, but I think this question is very difficult, and I need to reflect more about this.
Okay, Maria, give us some light.
So I I have to disagree with that because I have two point of views. You have biological, like female and male, that's all. Of course, the kid could be a transgender or have another identity, like no binary or something like that. But it's for me just a party and a celebration. Of course, gender is a construction of society. So if I'm a woman, I need to be salty, I need to be gentle, I don't need to talk loud, I can have muscles. So those things are correctly. But for me, it's just a party, something simple that I've never thought about talking about that that critical way, but I understand why people are choosing that. But for me, it's very simple. Like Karina said, the child would choose that. If you will be a gender, doesn't matter. You change her gender, you do all those transformation. I'm not conservative, and the conservative in English, but it's just my opinion. I don't think that this body is a problem because of that. The kid want to be no, for example, if I want to be a male, that doesn't matter. I will change that for me. So basically, it's just my opinion. So I don't see that we need to fight for gender reveal. But it's my opinion. I'm not against any LGBTI community. I'm just open minded. Just it's just to say because that empathize that I'm not, just my opinion.
Yes, you guys are so worried about, just saying it, but it's okay. So Jefferson,
Cancelados.
yeah, we've been
What?
canceled.
What did you say, Natty?
Cancelados. Afraid to be cancelado.
Okay. It's a tough question, really. Victor, terrible. Only a tough question to you. But because we need to think about this, we must take care what you talk about. As Maria said, that's my opinion. It's okay. And I'm going to answer this. I think it's essential to recognize the gender identity. I think it's very complex and can be aligned with assigned with sex at birth or only in a party. I don't believe this. As somebody told, it's just a party, it's just a celebration. It's okay, but the life will show us the kind of gender identity we will have uh, with your family, your friends, and society, and so on. So it's very difficult to have this kind of relation. As I said, for me, it's just a party. It's okay, and it's so common. And most of the parties, they a lot of guys don't care about this, only to drink beer, to talk, to dance, and so on.
Yeah, I got it. So now let's go to a easy question. If you could choose the color of your own gender review party, what would it be? Why? Karina, can you start answering the question?
Yes. I think I choose yellow, orange, or green because are strong colors that transmitted energy. I would have a different party because everyone choose blue and pink.
Yeah. In my case, unfortunately, I would choose blue, not because I'm a man, but because I like. I think it's my color. And a friend of mine, actually, one day she said she has this thing about seeing color in people, and I find it really interesting. And she said, when I look at you, I see the color blue. And I was like, oh, it's my favorite color. And I was like so happy for this. And I don't know what does that mean, like likey blue or the blue color even, but I like it, and yes, I would do it. What about you, Jefferson? What color would you choose for you?
Yes, I agree with you. It's traditional blue. I love blue because I love blues. I love music, and the blue. I love to walk and see the sky or the skies. Depend. I think it's very thing. Everything it's blue. Uh, it's a for me blue. It's a kind of neutral. It's a neutral. It's not white, but for me it's a neutral color that I love to use. And for me it's alternative about the other colors. And but some guys like pink colors. It's okay. I respect it. But I love red too because I support Villanova. Villanova is red. I love my team, Villanova, and that's it.
Yeah. What about you, Nachi?
Red, definitely red, because it's my favorite color.
Why? Do you have something like more?
I don't know, but I like very much red. My hair was red in the past. Now I don't have more time to go to hair salon. So, but I think I passed 10 years with my hair hands. When I do my nails, I use red esmalte. I don't know. Most of my clothes are red. I don't know. I like this color. I think it's a happy color.
Yeah, agreed. So, Maria, not you. What color would you choose?
Um, this question is interesting about this topic, so I actually agree because normally society would use a pink for romance, but I choose a red color because I adore this color and think that's cool. And I guess that red should be
Yeah,
good for
yeah.
us.
Yeah, that's great. So, Nachi, question number 6 is for you. Even though I know you don't want this party, I know you don't want to have child, but let's suppose hypothetically you are doing it, okay? So let's suppose you've decided to organize this party for your baby. How would it be? Would you like to make explosions and big announcements?
Probably the part will be on the doctor's office, and they'll say, okay, it's a boy or it's a girl, and that's it. Because I don't know, I don't like this traditionals. No, I don't like marriage parties, and I don't nothing about religions and this kind of things because I think it's a waste of money. You're just wasting money, and I don't like to feel that I'm wasting money.
Yeah. What about you, Maria? How would it
Uh,
be yours?
I wouldn't do this type of party because I don't see like something interesting. But I would prefer like, for example, I don't know what's in English, Schadenfreude, because you can just have a lot of fraudes and you have a lot of things to choose if you're a baby. But you be like simple, like let us say. And then when I will be with the doctor and ask if it is a girl or boy. But if I would do a party, it'd be so simple, just I don't know what's in English. Que negócio saiu pó da cor, the color. like that. But I would prefer the child flower because can have a lot of resources to deal with a baby because baby are expensive. Yeah, you need uh, to spend a lot of money on them.
Yeah, yeah. Karina, now how would it be your party?
I think I would rent a farm and have an outdoor party, but with you doing any unusual, unusual things that could cause accidents. I would reveal the baby's sex by thinking of something or some kind of joke. Something more simple.
Yeah, yeah. What about you, Jefferson? Would you make a problem, mathematic problem, and then people would solve it and discover like
No,
X?
no. I have a lot of parties with my two daughters, and I remember all of them who decide. I never decide nothing. I just pay the bills or the installments sometimes. But about the colors, I remember the first party, everything yellow. And the color you have yellow, think about money, something about this, richness, it's okay. And I remember the second party, uh, white, just about peace. It's a moment that we live in peace. We had a lot of problems and we superated all the problems and everything white. I think it's a moment of peace or peace and love, to remember the old guys. And I remember the last party, everything, as I said, blue is something very special. A lot of displays and so on, all of them. It's very, very interesting, very creative, and we celebrated a lot. It's not the imminent arrival of the child, but celebrated the I assume the second, the third year of the child, maybe something like this.
Yeah, yeah. In my case, I want to be traditional. So I want a cake with blue or pink colors. In my case, I want something to eat. I don't want to, like Nacho said, I don't know, spend money without really being necessary. So if the cake is a thing to eat and there's a color on it, that means boy or girl, then it's the thing I want to do. And also if I would invite someone, I would like them to bring something blue or pink, like a food. I don't know how to say this, but I want everyone in the feeling of the party, and I want to be traditional. And yeah, that's it about me. So question number 7. Do you think that men and women tend to have different preference when it comes to discovering the baby sex? Are men happier when the baby is a boy? Maria? What's your thoughts about question number 7? You're muted.
So
Oh,
sorry. I think that people have preference. For example, uh, a man would love to have uh, a boy because I don't know. It's common to say, this is a girl. The boy. Oh, the man will be like, oh, terrible. For me, for example, if I would have a baby, I would prefer to have a man because he suffer less. Because women suffer all the time. You're like it's horrible being a woman on the streets, on every place, even those uh developed countries we see face problems all the time and work so terrible. And I think that people prefer, but sometimes I mean want to have a girl that's happy. But I think that it's hard. Being a woman is hard, I think.
Jefferson, as a parent, what do you think about the question?
I'm just kidding now, okay? I'm just kidding. But I remember when I talked a lot about this, I prefer a boy to play soccer with me. I play until now. I love to play soccer. And I remember all the time, I imagine a boy playing soccer, playing football with me. And I used to say, I'm just kidding, in the past, not a woman because you must spend a lot of money with women. It's not so easy. Lipstick and so on. It's so expensive as economists. But that's not the reality. The most important thing is to you recognize the happiness and the fulfillment in parenting and about the gender of the child. I think that's what we did. I have two daughters and I'm very happy with her. I'm not miss a boy, never not miss a boy because I play soccer with my friends. What's the problem? No problem.
Yeah. I think my dad missed a boy because I'm not the boy he wanted me to be. My sister is boyer than me. You know, she likes soccer. She's strong. She likes to drink with him. She is the boy I am not. And I am the girl my sister is not for my mom. And it's like changed. My dad, I feel that he wanted a boy, like really for sure, because sometimes he talks with, guys in my age, and the way he looks at them and the things he say, and they understand it, but I don't, because we are not similar, me and my dad. So I think sometimes people do expect something to be their reflection. Like as a mother, I want a woman to be stronger like me and to be just like me. I want she to have the things I didn't have in the past. And as a man, he wants a boy to keep, doing the legacy of the family. I think that's traditional, and I don't think it happens all the time. But I think sometimes people tend to feel like that. Even though, because in the past, if we look at families, like people would like to have boy because no girl makes no money. They don't. I mean, in the past, they didn't have a real value for the family. And even in monarchy, for example, they want a boy to be the king and to be the one who will take care of all the things they've done and they've created and they've earned. So I don't know. I think this question is there's no way right answer for it. I mean, none of the questions have a right answer, but this question specifically, I just don't know how to answer it. Karina, do you know how to answer the question?
Nowadays, I think no, but I think depends the culture too, because principal at the past, men wanted boys in your family to work and help it more. Uh, my grandparents have wanted men because helped in the farm and not girls because uh, in the vision don't help it or working at the farm.
Yeah, got it. I think just like you. What about you, Nachi?
I think it's more common men have some preference, and I think everyone knows that the men wants to have boys. So I think it's very sad when I have some videos and the father is sad because it's a girl we were born. I don't know if I discovered that my father was sad in the past because I'm a girl. I think Eu ia jogar na cara dele até hoje. I think it's very sad.
Yeah, yeah, I would do it as well, but they didn't tell me anything about it. So, guys, we have 7 minutes, and let's answer really quickly question number 8. And starting by the Mr. Jefferson, is gender review party just a thing created by capitalism just to find a new reason to make people buy things?
No, no, I don't believe that. I think this is a stereotype. I don't like it. I can't imagine a party influenced by consumer culture and capitalism. I don't like this kind of thing. You think about you spend a lot of money with decorations, supplies, and party favors, and so on. And just to celebrate it, no problem. If you have the money to pay the bills, no problems. Come on, let's celebrate.
Yeah, yeah. What about you, Nachi? You said in the past questions that maybe it's a thing just to buy things, but do you have something to add?
I never think about the capitalism, but of course, it's something that is making for people spend money. Don't know if in the beginning the person that make for the first time think, oh, I will do this because the other people will do too, and the economy will have more money. But it's help.
Yeah, yeah. So, Maria, do you think it's just for a question of capitalism, spending money?
In my point of view, it could be, but for example, parties like Christmas is a religion party. However, we have like gifts and things, so something um increased by capitalism to buy. But I think the parties are more culture. I don't know why gender reveal now is a culture because, like I said in the past, I've never seen that, like to reveal the gender baby. And I don't know. For me, it's more culture than the capitalism, but capitalism increases your desire. So if you enter radio, like if, for example, when this party is culture, but of course there is some people that will spend millions and millions in a wedding. But for me, it's more culture, but capitalism could increase that. It's all about desires. If you have money and if you have desire, you will buy this. Simple.
Yeah. So what about you, Karina? Is it created by capitalism?
Hmm. I think that no, but I think many people do make the parties because of the digital influencers and because it's popular actually make a party to celebrate and discover the baby sexy.
Yeah, yeah. I get it. And I think just like you, just like all of you, actually, and I couldn't agree more. So, guys, I'm really happy because today we could answer all the questions. That's a really rare thing right here. It never happens. And thank you all for, making this whole thing happen. And especially you, Karin, I want to say thank you for coming for the first time to giving a chance to my immersion. It was really great to have you here today. And I hope Inachi, Maria, and Jefferson thinks the same as me. I'm really happy that you're here, and I want to say that you're welcome to come back in the future meetings. I'll be really glad. And also for all of you, especially Nachi and Jefferson, especially Nachi because Nachi used to be here almost each immersion, and I just love listening to her opinions and just exchanging things with her. And Jefferson, he's a teacher. Sometimes he's busy, he can
Yeah,
come, and
that's
Maria
my
as well.
problem. I
Yeah,
have classes. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And Maria, I'm sure she has some responsibilities, but you're welcome as well, Maria, to come back. Okay, guys? So thank
Okay,
you all.
nice.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Good
See ya.
evening. Hello. Good